Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome to our journey through the different catalogs of Pikmin 2. In this episode, we are starting up our look at the Piklopedia, which is our guide to the different Pikmin enemies in Pikmin 2. And of course, starting us off in the Piklopedia, we have the classic red Bulborb. In the Piklopedia, we have a sort of different kind of statistics than we did in the Treasure Hoard, which involves their treasure value, which is 7 Pokos in this case, the number of Pikmin we lost to them during the playthrough, which is 0, heck yeah, and the number of them that we've defeated, which is only 8 for the red Bulborb apparently? That feels a little weird. But the Bulborbs are definitely the most extensive and involved of the different Pikmin enemy families. They are the classic, after all. And much like when we're going through the Treasure Hoard, we can check out Olimar's notes on them. Red Bulborb, Oculus Kageyami russus, Grubdog family. This large organism has the familiar mandibles and cranial morphology of the Grubdog family, as well as the characteristic bulging eyes. As with most grub dogs, the creature's cranium comprises half of its total length and girth, showing a scarlet abdomen with white spots. This creature is primarily nocturnal, choosing to prey upon smaller creatures returning to their nests. Originally classified as the spotty Bulborb, further research has reclassified this species as the red Bulborb. Subspecies of varied colors have recently been discovered, but academics are divided into 2 rival camps over how to handle their classification. It does bring up the question of who is researching these right now, considering like Olimar, Louie, and the President are the only people who have ever actually been to this planet. But I guess this is like kind of after the fact where they introduce all of these species to the larger scientific community. Maybe. And in addition to Olimar's notes, much like with the Treasure Hoard, we have a secondary set of notes, except these are Louie's notes, which are unlocked after you save Louie during the main game. Similarly, I think the sales pitches from the ship are unlocked in a certain way after you clear the debt, I think? But I don't really know. Also, you have to have, like, the full treasure catalog section to be able to read the sales pitches in the Treasure Hoard. I don't remember if I've said that or not. But anyway, with Louie's notes, we get to learn how best to cook all of the enemies on Pikmin 2. Plum specimens are best spit roasted whole, stuffed with a lime and a slab of bacon. Based frequently to ensure a magnificently moist haunch. And also, when we zoom into the enemies in the Piklopedia, we can throw carrots at them and see how they react. That's a hungry Bulborb. Moving on, we move on to the hairy Bulborb, which we get to see its butt. Valued at 7 Pokos, we lost no Pikmin to it, and we have defeated 7 of them. The hairy Bulborb, Oculus Kageyami folliculus. I'm going to stumble over those so much, and I'm just now realizing it. In the Grubdog family. This subspecies of Grubdog has a thick coat and soft white fur that obscures its abdominal markings. The fur also warms its vital organs, making this species well adapted to colder climates. However, its hair follicles are surprisingly frail, which can result in immediate hair loss if the creature is surprised. We have seen that many times over the course of the game. Remove all of the Bulborb's hair, wrap the beast in foil along with a halved lemon, and place it directly on the grill. The foil should protect the carcass from scorching, and the lemon will give the meat an elegant hit of citrus. One does wonder how Louie managed to cook and eat all of these enemies, considering some of them are several times larger than his own body. And you can also only assume that he ate the whole thing himself. Carrots. Excuse me, will you wake up? Will you lose your hair if I throw enough carrots at you? I do wonder. Nah, it doesn't seem to be getting surprised enough. Oh well. We can still feed it carrots, though. Next up, we have the Orange Bulborb. Valued at 7 Pokos, we've lost 17 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 18. They are definitely the more aggressive of the standard Bulborb family. Orange Bulborb, Oculus Kageyami Orangeum, Grubdog family. This Bulborb species boasts a garish color pattern with a deep orange body and black spots. The Orange Bulbarb's yellow bloodshot eyes make it clear that this Grubdog is excessively edgy and high-strung, making it much easier to wake from deep sleep than other species in the Bulborb family. Yeah, they do wake up pretty much immediately and start devouring your Pikmin. It's great. This Bulbarb's meaty flanks make for a saliciously savory steaks that shouldn't be missed. And we throw the carrots. These Bulbarbs sure are hungry boys. It would be pretty messed up if instead of throwing carrots, you threw Pikmin into here. It would definitely be pretty bonkers. Though, interesting note about these Pikmin carrots that we're throwing at the enemies here. They are technically a classification of Pikmin in the game's data. Through hacking, you can add them to your squad of Pikmin, and they have like a green glow similar to the, that the Bulbmin will have. It's, pretty interesting. The 7th Pikmin type, carrots. Next up, we have the Dwarf Red Bulborb. Valued at 2 Pokos, we've lost none Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 61. Dwarf Red Bulborb, Pansaris pseudoculi russus, potato bug family. Although initially identified as a juvenile red bulborb, groundbreaking new research indicates that this creature is in fact a member of the potato bug family, a close relative of the vanilla potato bug. It escapes predation through mimicry. Unique adaptation of the red bulborb's crimson coloration allows the species to safely commingle. Such effective adaptation, an obfuscation by prey species is rare, indicating this clever creature is a master of mimicry. Indeed, the tiny Bulborbs are not actually Bulborbs at all. They still eat your Pikmin all the same, though. For a blissful bisque, mince the entire beast finely and stir with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Rich and creamy. Louis doesn't say much, but he sure has a lot to say in regards to, cooking these creatures. I was gonna say innocent creatures, but most of them really aren't that innocent. It's like when you're feeding your fish in the tank and they all go crazy. Anyway, moving on to the Snow Bulborb. Valued at 2 Pokos, we've lost 3 Pikmin to them and defeated 43. Snow Bulborb, Pansaris pseudoculi frosticus, potato bug family. Like the dwarf red bulborb, the Snow Bulborb is a member of the potato bug family that seeks to survive through imitating the appearance and behavior of a bulborb. Its pale coloration and blue spots make it for easy identification. In particular, this organism mimics the hairy bulborb, but it is of course unable to grow the hair that gives the hairy bulborb its name. However, as a hairy bulborb has been known to lose their hair in certain circumstances, the Snow Bulborb is an effective mimic that is often mistaken for a member of the same species. Best grilled and served hot over a bed of fresh spinach and crumbled blue cheese. Now, honestly, that sounds pretty good. I do love spinach and crumbled blue cheese. Would I eat a Bulborb all the same? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if they qualify more as plant or animal. Though these guys technically aren't Bulborbs, so I guess they'd be more animal than plant. And next up, likewise, we have the Dwarf Orange Bulborb with a value of 2 Pokos. We've lost none, and we've defeated 71. Dwarf Orange Bulborb, Pansaris pseudoculi orangeum, potato bug family. Just as dwarf red bulbarbs mimic the appearance of red bulbarbs, it was theorized that an orange bulbarb mimicking variant must also exist. Recent fieldwork has confirmed this theory. And there they are. Although difficult to prepare, this exquisite creature is more than worth the effort. Great in fajitas. I do love me a good fajita. I won't lie. Maybe they act kind of like have a cheesy flavor with the orange going on there. Maybe. I'd be willing to try. Next up, we have the Spotty Bullbear. Valued at 10 Pokos, we've lost 2 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 4. Spotty Bullbear. Oculus terribilis doticum. Grubdog family. A metaside subspecies within the grubdog family, the Spotty Bullbear's unique feeding habits set it apart from other grubdogs. The Spotty Bullbear patrols a set path searching for prey, instead of passively feeding on creatures that wander into a limited territorial range. When entering bullbear habitat, it is wise to proceed with extreme caution in the bullbear's patrol path until the bullbear's patrol path can be clearly identified. Or you could just use a bitter spray on them and destroy them while they're petrified. That works too. It's kind of wandering off into the distance. For an unrivaled green curry, peel away the Spotty Bullbear skin, pulverize the juicy innards, and stewed until curiously fragrant. Curious indeed. Hey you! Hey! Carrots! Come get them! Ah, there we go. We fed the bullbear. How nice. Next up, we have the Dwarf Bullbear. Valued at 2 Pokos, we've lost 2 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 43. Dwarf Bullbear. Oculus terribilis. Grubdog family. A grubdog larva in its 3rd stage of development, this creature's body structure is nearing maturation. However, unlike mature bullbears, it has yet to claim its own patrol route, and is thus dependent upon its parent for guarding direction. Yes, if you do observe during the game, the Dwarf Bullbear is usually followed pretty closely behind by several Dwarf Bullbears, too. It's pretty neat attention to detail with, like, a parent-child relationship there. Remove innards, stuff with sage, and finally aged prosciutto. And broil until golden brown. The ultimate crowd pleaser. Sounds tasty, I guess. Interesting to note that they have prosciutto on Togo Tate. But yeah. More feeding frenzies. And next we have these accursed little monsters, the Bulborb larva. Not worth any Pokos considering they disintegrate upon defeating. They've defeated 13 Pikmin because they so ravenously quickly devour your Pikmin, and we've defeated 35 of them. Though Emperor's Bulblaxes tend to flatten them themselves, so I don't know if that skews the totals at all. Bulborb larva, Oculus bambini, Grubdog family. As its name implies, this creature is a Bulborb in an early stage of development. Its distinct Bulborb coloration has yet to appear, but it already exhibits other uniquely Bulborb characteristics. It is capable of hunting nourishment independently without the help of its parents. Yep, we definitely see that during the game. This meager creature offers little meat, but its eyeballs are a local delicacy. Try them with okra and a dollop of sour cream. Kinda gross. Yeah, we can see them hone in on the Pikmin carrots and devour them immediately. It really is quite interesting to see. Hello, carrot. We needed to see that carrot, apparently. It is quite unnerving how quickly these things do devour your Pikmin, but they are notorious in the Pikmin community. They suck pretty hard. Next, we have the Fiery Bulblax. Valued at 10 Pokos, we've lost 12 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 8. The game really did like throwing these at us towards the end game. Fiery Bulblax, Oculus vulcanus, Grubdog family. Bodily excretions of a highly flammable waxy substance interact with the cell structure of this grubdog's skin, causing a chemical reaction that produces extremely high temperatures. The skin benefits from a spongy cell structure that diffuses the surface heat, protecting the creature's inner organs. Due to the astonishing amount of heat produced by this beast, it should be observed with great caution, and with only red Pikmin in most cases, unless they put one around water, in which case we need to use blue Pikmin. No stove? No problem. This sizzling beast practically cooks itself. Remember to thoroughly extinguish the steaks prior to eating. A creature that cooks itself for your enjoyment. How wonderful. Also, I do love its crazy differently color-sized eyes. Also, it appears to have fallen off of its sleeping spot and cannot get back up. That is unfortunate. We will throw carrots at you to mock you. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, moving on, we have, surprisingly, the Water Dumple. Valued at 3 Pokos, we've lost 11 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 31. Water Dumples aren't too terribly threatening, but you do have to watch them because they also do eat Pikmin fairly quickly. Water Dumple. Ichthyosa felinus in the Grubdog family, so it's a relative to the Bulborb. A resident of freshwater pools and marshes, this aquatic creature regularly feeds on insects that land on the surface of the water. It shares a nearly identical skeletal structure with its close relative and terrestrial cousin, the Bulborb. This may offer clues to its evolutionary origin and suggest that it only recently emigrated to an aquatic habitat. Interesting. Also, it doesn't have eyes. Deep fry dumples without batter for all of the flavor with half the fat. But I like deep frying my food. That's no fun. Also, we can't really feed the Water Dumple because the Pikmin carrots kind of disintegrate on contact with the water. Unfortunate. He'll have to starve. And finishing off the Bulborb family, we have the Bulbmin. Valued at 3 Pokos, we've lost 8 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 7, and claimed many of their children for our own. Bulbmin, Parasitisk Pikminicus. Pikmin family. This loathsome creature is in fact a parasitic form of Pikmin that has infected a Bulborb. Unlike Pikmin that nest in the Pikmin onions, this parasitic relative spends its life inside the body of a host, usually a Bulborb. Juveniles fall in line and mimic the actions of their parent until maturing to full independence. By burying its root-like limbs into the nervous system of the host Bulborb and infusing it with a natural hormonal excretions, the Bulbmin is able to control virtually all of the host's bodily functions. However, the host's voracious appetite seems impossible to suppress. Yeah, a little bit of Pikmin body horror for you. A parasitic Pikmin controlling all of your bodily functions. It's great. Grind the meat and season with allspice, salt, and ground white pepper. Press the seasoned meat into meat satchels, then pan-fry them with onions. Prior to serving, smother the brats with Dijon mustard and sauerkraut. Buns are optional. Smother the brats, they say. Cook and eat babies. Louis says it's okay. Though that does remind me of kind of a different function of the Piklopedia that I kind of forgot about up to this point. I'm trying to remember what button it is. There we go. At least in the Wii version, if you press the one button, you can use a bitter spray to see what they look like when they're petrified. So, yeah, let's take a quick scan through and see that in action again. There we go. I can't believe I forgot about this. Evidence that petrifying the fiery Bulblax does not petrify or put out the fire. Let's check out the Bulbear. Made of stone you are. Very nice. Dwarf Bulbears. Petrify them all. Leave no child behind. Bulborb larvas. Very satisfying, though it honestly feels like a waste considering how easily they go down. But man, if it means just saving some Pikmin, I guess it's worth it. Dwarf Orange Bulborb. Freeze them all. Snow Bulborb. There we go. Dwarf Red Bulborb. Very large group of stone friends. And of course, Red Bulborb. Very good. Hairy Bulborb. Let's see if this actually knocks out the hair. Sort of petrified over it. Nope, it comes right back, it looks like. Oh well. And the Orange Bulborb. Doesn't look much different from the Red Bulborb. Oh, we can demonstrate that more concisely when we move on to the next enemy here, the Fiery Blowhog. Valued at 4 Pokos, we've lost no Pikmin to them and we've defeated 25. Fiery Blowhog, Sus Draconis, Blowhog family. This creature expels a volatile phosphorus compound from its snout that combusts upon contact with the air. This fire-breathing ability is dependent upon the air-to-fuel ratio in its mouth, catalyst reaction within the expelled compound, and purification of the compound. Thus, it is highly unlikely such a complex process could cause the spontaneous explosion of a fallen Bulborb. This process is also perhaps to avoid risk of spontaneous combustion in the belly of the lava-live specimen. However, one should still treat a fiery blowhog with great care, even after its life functions have ceased. You never know when it's going to explode. Roast this flavorful beast for several hours, letting it stew in its own succulent juices. Don't worry about overcooking the beast. It's scorch-proof. Ah, a meat that can't be burned. How people have looked forward to such things. But yeah, we can watch it do a shimmy. I was gonna say we can watch it breathe fire, but apparently it's too preoccupied. You're gonna breathe fire again? There we go. And to stone with you. Very nice. Following this up, we have the watery blowhog, valued at 4 Pokos. We've lost 0 Pikmin to them, and we've defeated 13. Watery blowhog, Suslugius genus, or Luginus. Is that supposed to be a loogie pun? Possibly. Blowhog family. A variant subspecies of the fiery blowhog. The watery blowhog lacks several of the dominant genes necessary for the production of fire-producing catalysts, and thus expels jets of non-flammable liquid. This subspecies appears to have only recently evolved. However, the hereditary traits of this variant are dominant and highly robust, so its population is rapidly increasing. Indeed, watery blowhogs were not in the first game at all, and they're here now. This beast's unrivaled moistness gives it a melt-in-the-mouth quality that's incomparable. Again, it's wandering around in some water, so we can't really see it attack the Pikmin carrots at all. But, Stone, farewell. We'll leave you to your fate. Next up is the Armored Cannon Beetle larva. The Armored Cannon Beetle himself actually being absent from this game. Valued at 4 Pokos, we've lost apparently only 1 Pikmin to them. Someone got flattened by a boulder at some point. And we've defeated 22 of them. Armored Cannon Beetle larva. Granitus chunculinae. Okay. Lithopod family. This specimen is a lithopod larva. This expedition was unable to confirm the existence of any mature lithopods, leading to concerns that the species was extinct on this planet. But the discovery of the creature in larval form eased such concerns. Lithopods, like flint beetles, use internal metabacteria to aid chemical digestion. These metabacteria can only survive in certain environments, such as within the body of certain insects, so lithopod larvae do not contain any metabacteria immediately after hatching. Larvae feed on partially digested or regurgitated by mature lithopods, ensuring the larvae obtain metabacteria they would not normally have acquired. So they baby bird dirt to their children, I guess? Carefully remove every grain of sand, peel back the exoskeleton, and slurp heartily. Don't even have to cook this one, apparently. Just eat it raw. Hey, you want to shoot a boulder at these carrots? No, you can't eat the carrots, but there we go. Fascinating. Stone. Yes, indeed. Next, we have the Decorated Cannon Beetle. Valued at 4 Pokos, we've lost 1 Pikmin to them. Again, someone got flattened somewhere. And we've defeated 12. The game also really liked throwing cannon beetles at us at the end, towards the end game. Decorated Cannon Beetle, Granitus decorum, Lithopod family. This creature is the larval form of a cannon beetle variant known for a diet consisting entirely of eating stones. The Decorated Cannon Beetle favors stones with high iron content, which contributes to its brilliant red torso. The stones these creatures launch are wrapped in a powerful magnetic field, which causes the stones to stray from their launch trajectory when other objects with high metal content, such as spacesuits, are nearby. Extreme caution is recommended for explorers wearing steel-plated armor in close proximity to this fearsome creature. Yep, we know all too well. Though the metal-attracting compounds of the boulders are also handy for having the cannon beetle get hit by its own boulder. Slice the meat into tender cutlets and vigorously apply lime and pepper rub. Pan fry until lightly crusted. Accompany with watercress and drizzle with freshly prepared tamarind sauce. Interesting. You want to demonstrate your powers to us, Mr. Cannon Beetle? Haha, just kidding, you're stone now. Moving on, we have the Puffy Blowhog, with no Poké value and no Pikmin lost because we cannot collect them and they cannot actually kill your Pikmin at all, but we have defeated 5 of them. Puffy Blowhog, Sus Inflata, Blowhog family. This species of blowhog uses internally generated hydrogen to inflate a flotation bladder and hover above the ground. The creature's electrified pulse creates a sash of color that flows along the surface of its body, making it a particularly beautiful blowhog species. Precisely on how it is able to internally stabilize its highly explosive hydrogen and simultaneously generate electricity remains a mystery. The Puffy Blowhog blows the leaves and grass around to eat the insects underneath. It maintains mid-air buoyancy by using its fins and releasing air through blowholes. This enables it to float effortlessly even in the breeze. In times of danger, the Puffy Blowhog can decompress its flotation bladder for a rapid escape from predators. So maybe we hadn't actually been killing the Puffy Blowhogs, but they instead just have escaped to parts unknown. Though Pikmin 3, where you can actually collect the Puffy Blowhog corpses, seems to suggest otherwise. Slice this creature's feather-light skin into triangles, deep fry until crispy, and salt generously. Makes the perfect scooping chip to accompany fresh mango salsa. I really do like mango salsa, I will admit. I don't know if I'd skin an animal and make chips out of them, but, you know, mango salsa is still great. Are you not interested in the carrots? I guess you're not. Too stoned with you, then. You no longer interest me. And finishing off this video, we have the Withering Blowhog. Like the Puffy Blowhog, it cannot actually be collected or be killed, or kill Pikmin, rather. But we have defeated 19 of them. Withering Blowhog, Sus Decrepitia, Blowhog family. The Withering Blowhog is a close relative to the Puffy Blowhog, but its breath is significantly weaker. However, its breath does contain a petal-withering plant hormone that causes flowers to instantly lose their petals. Although its breath has not been studied in detail, analysis of the chemical compounds involved hold great promise for the biotechnology sector. Hang this creature on a rack and sun-dry on a hot afternoon. When suitably crisp, grind the sun-dried beast into powder. Makes for a great substitute for cayenne or curry powder. Okay. So rather than eating the Withering Blowhog, you instead use it as a... Oh, you're interested in carrots. Okay. You want to blow more? With your little laugh? So instead of eating this one, you instead use it as a spice for other creatures. Neat. Stone. Anyway, that's going to call it for right now. We'll continue going through the Piklopedia next time, because these are definitely taking a bit longer than the treasure videos, it seems. Until then, though, this is your good friend Sparky signing off for now. Maybe the other enemy observation videos won't be quite as long as this one, but regardless, I'll see you next time.